Hello and welcome to the 43rd Minute Review Show. Today we're going to be reviewing the Halloween movie release for this year, Silent Hill Revelations 3D. It's very intimidating. Okay, it's directed by Michael J. Bassett, starring Adeline Clemens, Kit Harington, Sean Bean, and Trinity from The Matrix. So, let's get right into it, okay? So, let's just start off and say this film is very pretty. Okay, there's been a lot of care and attention spent on what Silent Hill looks like, the difference between the light side of Silent Hill and the dark side of Silent Hill. Now, anybody who's seen the previous Silent Hill, which is called Silent Hill, the first one, it is a very accurate depiction of what it is like in the game. And the monster design, the creepy essence of bondage, and, the sort of odd sexual desires and stuff that create the nightmares that run through Silent Hill are very prevalent in this film. And if you are a fan of the Silent Hill games, you'll probably enjoy just seeing these things on a big scale. And in 3D it does look really good. It probably looked really good in 2D as well, but it looks really good here. And so that's a big plus point. The rest of it, like editing and things like that, they're all fine. It ties together and everything like that, but it's particularly the monster design and the set design which look really great. As well as the music. The music is it uses a lot of the music from the games, and so you get an instant engagement if you are a fan of the games. I mean, Gemma is a massive fan of Silent Hill, and she was geeking out the whole way through, and I think that's the important thing with this film, is to be geeking out when you see it. Okay, so the way that the downside though, however, is the acting side of things. There are some people who are really trying in this film. Adeline and Sean Bean are really trying to be good actors and struggling with terrible dialogue that reminded me a little bit too much of this.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my God!
Okay? And that's the problem. It's like her Adeline and Kit's dialogue, the sort of main sort of love interest for the whole film, is just non-existent. It feels so clunky and horrible, and that's a really big downside, like really big, to the point where you'd just be like, this film is terrible because of that. And then that ties straight into the plot. Now the plot doesn't stick closely to the games at all. It follows the curve of the original film. It adds in some other things, and it's basic. Like there's not really that much of a plot. This film is basically an excuse to put Silent Hill in the cinemas in a 3D environment. And like, to be honest, you probably, if you are geeking out about it, you won't care about the plot that much. You'll just like the monsters and the action sequences and stuff like that, which are really cool. But the climactic scenes reminded me a little bit too much of this.
Mother, you're alive. Too bad you will die.
That's not a good side. The plot's not a good side. In terms of commercial viability, now this came out on Halloween, and we were at 4:30 showing. It was almost sold out. The 7:30 showing that was coming up later on was sold out when we went to see it. People will go and watch horror films regardless of them being good or bad on Halloween. So very smart move being released on Halloween. It is and it'll probably do well in the Friday and Saturday night box offices as well this week. But that ties directly into the personal opinion. Now, I and Gemma don't recommend that you pay for this film. Go and see it if you are a very big geek and love Silent Hill and just want to see the monsters and stuff like that, but don't really care about the story or the acting. You'll probably really enjoy it. Just seeing all those monsters and enjoying the sort of music and the atmosphere of the film. But don't pay for it. Only go and see it if you have an unlimited card. It was going to cost you an extortionate amount of money to go and see a 3D film anyway. But I went and saw it with an unlimited card, and I have to say that I half enjoyed it. Gemma half enjoyed it as well. Like, you enjoy it from the design aspects and things like that, but don't pay for it. You'll cry if you pay for it, so don't do that. Yeah, so let's just say that we're going to give this film 3 out of 5, which might to a lot of people sound like a lot, but for pure geekiness, not good storylineness, this film is great. Like, you'll love seeing all these monsters. I can't say it enough. Those are the biggest draw to the film. Those are the biggest draw. Nothing else. Okay? So, enjoy your Friday, Saturday night film watching and stuff like that. And I hope you all had a great Halloween. We went to see The Shining. It was very cool. That's a classic film. Might review it if you've never heard of it. But anyway, so we'll see you next time. Bye bye!